basically, she has no match in strength for the giants.
Well, kingy.
Yeah. That's the conversation that goes there. Karen goes in to talk to the wizard. All right. Well, at first, Zacharias.
He's just wandering about, basically.
Yeah. Zacharias walks into the area of the swirl.
Mm-hmm. Does he see any dragon?
Not at the moment, but he feels that certainly is a presence here.
Mm-hmm.
Might not have sort of reformed or...
Sure. He will then, with his raspy voice, now again in his lich form, say, very well, let's resume where we left off, shall we? I am Zacharias the Ever-Living, powerful, mighty, and I can bring you so many things that I think you would like, and all I ask in return is service.
We are free, yet we are not home.
And where is this home?
Far away, in the deepest of the darkest deserts, we rest eternal. We have been awakened, dragged to this place and forced to serve. We wish to kill, destroy, break these chains that have been bound upon us by gods.
Yes, I did notice your taste for some of my living companions.
They smell of service and slavery.
And the life force, yes, when you touch upon that, the small, faint rush, and the energies of the living being consumed by you. Delicious, isn't it?
There's sweet energy. It fuels us. We are pleased by such power. We wield it as weapons against those who dare to threaten us.
Excellent. My bargain is quite simple then. Serve with me, and I shall pay you in souls, flesh of the living, a rich bounty, a grim harvest. I can deliver this to you, oh yes, make no mistake. Serve me, and you will not go hungry.
We are not servants. We are allies to be had by those who respect our power. They seem to always refer as we, and the voices seem to always speak sort of in twine.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them speaking at the same time, that is.
Surprise nods. That is certainly fine.
I wish to see us bow, scrape, like the living ones.
Zacharias laughs. And of course not. I want you to do what you do best. Kill and destroy. But I want you to destroy the targets I point out. You must understand, there is a land out there that I intend to control. I will not have you run rampant over it. It is hard to rule when the only thing left is ash and ruin. I want the living to bow before me, not the dead.
Sees them materialize slightly again, although they're still faint and sort of flickering.
Sure.
In here. It says, destroy this room. Break the invisible runes.
So I guess he looks around. Is there invisible runes?
Not that he can see with the see invisibility he has on.
Mm-hmm. Probably the true thing then.
It says, then we can talk as equals. We can leave if we wish. We don't have to serve.
So he looks around. Thinks, Ah,
Your offer, however, intrigues us. You seem to dislike them as well. Those who demand service from us.
I have no love for the people of this country. I personally just want to see them all cower before me. They have lived in ignorance and squalor for generations. It is time they awaken to the true majesty of the world. But as such, they need guidance. They are, after all, only living. They do not perceive reality as we do.
You hear hisses and says, "We have conditions.
Speak then.
We will aid you in their destruction. However, you must keep us away from the controller. He who has already sought to control and dominate our minds. His influence is strong in this place.
Ah, yes. The
We shall
necromancer.
lair where we can be safe from this."
I have conditions as well. My conditions are quite simple, actually. Do not attack and destroy people of the nation of Talengard without me saying so. You can rampage, he sort of thinks, offshore for all I care. I do not care what you do with the grand continent to the east. I think it is called the Inner Sea. You can go there for whatever rampages you wish, but here you destroy only with my blessing. These islands are in a way under my protection, as I intend to rule them.
A throne of the dead.
Indeed.
A throne of the emptiness between the stars. We have seen it before.
Zacharias grins. Then you are more akin to me than I first thought. The glowy orbs inside his skull shines. Yes, that moment between every heartbeat, the breath that does not come, the infinite distance between the worlds, the nothingness of the void. That is indeed my speciality, what I am intrigued in, what my mind is focused on.
The breath can be taken, the lungs emptied, drinking the soul from the body.
In the end, darkness wins. In the end, there is only the void.
No one can escape the dead. Whisper
Surprised not.
almost. And then he hears a mimic of a sound, a voice, clearly not their own, as the two laugh with a what sounds to be an old man's voice almost, reminiscing of power. To the incredible. And Zacharias, knowing a bit of history, may know that there is a land in the Inner Sea region where deserts and such blue dragons would be frequent, and where the undead rule supreme.
Oh, the fabled nation of Geb.
And he will perhaps be one of the only people in a very long time who has heard the voice of these beings' creator
Oh.
laughed out.
Yes. Yes, well, those are my conditions. Do not destroy and rampage on the island of Talengard. Elsewhere I cannot. Anyone under the rule of the Talengardian regime is not to be touched unless we say so. For this service I am willing to pay you with sacrifices. Souls, as it were.
They sort of swirl around and says, "And the goal, to make a throne like the ones that was before,
Nods.
to make a crusade upon the living."
Indeed. In the end, they will all fall before us.
Only death. Use an agreeable sound. Then he hears his own voice. "We accept."
He nods. So be it then. I shall see to these runes being destroyed. He looks around.
Show us the throne. and we shall sleep at its rest as we once did.
I will have a first, call it a gift to you, and a something of a front payment. It seems that in the south of this land, a huge army of bugbears, trolls, and hill giants are gathering. I plan to destroy them. Your presence at this bloodbath would be quite pleasing to us all, I think. Imagine what you can do with 10,000 souls being consumed.
Just destroy the runes so we can move.
He nods.
We are held here by force. Forced by a being. This calls itself a god.
Alright, let's go and kill the Whispering Tyrant. Is that who Zacharias think they're referring to? Or is it Grigori?
It is certainly not. It is a land in the inner sea south of Katapesh.
I mean, who imprisoned them here?
No, he wants...
Oh, here!
They want you to break
Right.
the runes.
That seems to be referred to a divine magic holding them here.
Oh,
Most
that's
likely an
Thorn.
Asmodean spell.
Yeah, Thorn did it. Thorn did it. I wonder if Asurius and the power of his cardinalship can break the runes then.
Something such as that might be necessary.
Okay. Well, very well. Zacharias will tell them that he will be right back.
Right. Kyron walks into the wizard's laboratory. He sees very little has changed. The mirror is still there. Just want to do anything, or
Well, Chiron's mostly just bored wandering around. He would probably rummage around in the wizard stuff a bit, just touching
everything's
bottles,
already
looking
tossed around,
at
searched
labels.
But there are no labels anywhere. There are
Oh,
lots of bottles, but no labels on them. He can try drinking them if he wants.
yeah, he'll pass.
Right.
He's just curious.
Zacharias.
Zacharias
Good.
floats in.
I was just speaking about Sir. I was speaking to Sir Barifor about all the codes of hell in all their magnitude.
In excruciating detail, I do not doubt.
I can give you a transcript. It will just take a few months.
No, that is quite all right. You know my stance on that.
Yes.
Well, Zacharias looks over the throne. It is certainly ostentatious.
Not quite what I originally expected. I need some large braziers of fire in here, I feel, but I'll come up with that later.
Yes, and the wailing of the damned, and slaves all over the place, no doubt.
Slaves, they can be done later. That's not a big issue right now.
Speaking of which, the dragons, the undead creatures that are locked inside the room. You remember, yes?
Yes, I remember them.
They are held there with runes, apparently empowered by this cathedral, and they require someone in control of the cathedral to break them, I should think. I would like you to set them free. I have struck a bargain with these creatures. They will serve me and not harm any of the citizens of Talengard. In return, I will pay them with offerings and souls. They are powerful creatures, and at my command they can be a great boon for us in the coming war.
The dead speaking to the dead. I was hoping for this.
To each his own. Zacharias motions towards Sir Barithor.
So Barifor, due to the nature of where we're quickly going, I recommend you stay here for the moment. Make sure, guard this room for me.
Nod around. Obviously hasn't been in here before. Sirius would know.
You can still guard it.
He was very wise as to the rules of hell. They've been taught very well by devils, most likely.
And devils have all the time in the world to teach someone.
He seems very sort of almost as his faith is wrought in iron, unshakable now.
Like it. Well, the dead first, I believe.
Zacharias enters the room.
They hiss slightly towards the door.
Zacharias motions to them and says, "This is Asurius. He is
The
a
gift. Graciously
he says,
delicious.
he is part of my retinue, and he is not to be harmed by you. You will get your souls, as I have promised, but it will be souls I select. They are not free for you to pick in this country."
Zurius will look over the room. There's nothing clear in here other than the giant dragons, is there?
No. It's like almost unnaturally dark in here, but
Unnaturally dark. I have dark vision, but helps. Interesting. Well, let's have a look. Let's have a look if true seeing works. I'm curious about this. True seeing.
sure. He sees bands of runes sort of wrought up and down the walls, basically almost as bars in a cage. They seem to speak. They're basically binding these two beings with what could only have been a miracle of Asmodean power to serve in this place.
Zurius will look over them all. Well, Fawn did a good job forging these. It is power still beyond my own controlling this room. Interesting.
But you can unmake them, correct?
I believe that might be possible. So how does Azurius feel he could you think Azurius just feel he can will these away, or?
In a way, yes, he has the power currently to release these two, basically letting the runes fade to dust and make this truly just an empty room. Right now, they're forced to protect this place.
Zacharias, the deal is definitely secure with them by release.
He looks over to them. I have made my conditions, they have made theirs, and we have both agreed. Isn't that so? He looks over to Radir and Barquesh.
His own voice answers from none of their particular mouths. It is so.
Very well. Looks to Zacharias just for final confirmation.
He nods.
Just extend his hand forward. I, Azurius, Cardinal Azurius Ravenheart, release you from the binds upon this room.
The binds just sort of almost flow away as Azurius can feel some of the cathedral's power ebbed and sort of released from the place, returning to hell from whence it came. The hissing grows larger, almost as if they just want to pounce and rip him from apart. But they still seem weak and faint, and it merely slither, moving freely around.
Zacharias nods to Asurius like a nod of thanks. And then he turns back to these two creatures. And
Make sure this is worthwhile for us, Zacharias.
And very well, I have kept my end of this bargain. I expect you to keep yours. Looks at them.
They eye him, looking at him, moving amongst themselves.
For now, and until the battle is to be joined, where the bugbear army is to be destroyed, until then, I would present to you a temporary place to lair. This place has bad memories, I am sure.
As we do not like it. The controller has much power here.
Then I will suggest a place where I think you will find a little bit more agreeable. And he will give them the location of the former lair of Nidhogger.
Sure.
Rife with a death energy as it was.
As we leave, they should begin to crawl their way out of this place. It's not a non-noisy affair.
No, sure.
It could probably be stealthy, but Kyrims would also hear them. Like,
So, what knots do we have in effect right now?
There we go.
Also, you said that until
Harold
they
will
are
peek at least.
until they're needed for the fight against the bugbears, maybe we shouldn't use them because against the bugbears, because they're clearly evil, and I think that it's supposed to be like, good guys save the day, but they're actually evil. Oh no!
Well,
So-
in the eyes of the people, and the other perspective, it's still we still rescued them.
Yeah.
We just stopped the
Oh,
bugbears
yeah.
rampaging the capital.
I guess so, but
We'll see. It's what I thought of when I first started thinking recruiting them. That was that these creatures would be pretty good against bugbear army. They can reap.
yeah.
I would like to point out that after we've taken control of all this, it's not going to stay lawful good, Jake. It is going to be lawful evil.
I know. Still,
It's gonna be a new Geb. Yes.
We will rewrite the Geb bit. We'll get onto. That'll take
that
some
is
time.
indeed who they seem to emulate.
Now where's Grigori?
Probably still in
You
his
want to
mirror.
go and look for him? Is anyone else doing something they want to?
no. I would go
Right,
to Farfold,
that's
but I
true.
really don't have a way to. So
Yeah.
Broom are flying.
Well, you mean their mirror is certainly here. He doesn't seem to be sitting around right now. Try
Call out his
knocking
name.
or something like that.
Yeah, call out his name.
Sure, he peeks into the frame,
Zacharias hovers.
doing his eye, sort of
That thing, yeah.
inquisitively.
Grigori.
Yes.
It really looks like Christopher Lee on a bad day. Grigori. Now, before everything was so rudely interrupted, Thorn is dead. We have destroyed him.
It's a good about time. He seemed to give me no time to do what I wanted to.
What is it that you want, Grigori?
Studies. There's so much to study. The machinery, we understand almost nothing of it. I have united it, broken it, taken it together. I have looked beyond the veil of the dead, and I have come back for more.
Zacharias nods.
Smile.
That sounds very interesting. I do have a small offering for you, Grigori. A pact of sorts that I think would work well for both of us.
To say yes. I cannot, of course, do anything out from here right now, but in time I will come out, and then I can offer you what help I can. Because I am very good at making things. He looks saddened at his room being completely tossed over, like his bed flipped on over and such.
Cash's lipstick or still on the mirror somehow.
There is still a cheeky dark elf
Sort of
on his
begins to
mirror.
wipe on it, sort of from the inside, not really doing anything.
You see, Grigori, I am the leader of a organization of sorts. And I have been on the hunt for years for capable researchers, men and women of intellect and power to sit with me on this council, so that we together can unlock the inner mysteries of reality. It is a place of free inquiry, where all research is allowed and encouraged. It is a place of learning, a place of secrets, and a place where someone like you would fit very well, I think. And as such, Grigori, I would offer you a seat on the council of this organization.
Zacharias sort of stopping wiping at the smeared sort of stuff on the
Lipstick.
lipstick at the mirror. Just, yes, I suppose yes. I don't know. I usually have not studied with others. I suppose maybe I could delegate some lesser tasks to minions.
Zacharias nods.
So, it is not disagreeable to me. It would give me time to do what I want and not what others tell me to.
Indeed so. There is a slight condition I would put to you in this. I know you have prodigious power in necromancy.
He sort of nods. Yes. As I said, I have looked beyond the veil and come back. I know much. Just, not all. The person who built this place is, of course, better than I am now. However, I know a lot of what he knows.
That is of very much interest to me, and I wish to speak to you at length of these things at some point. I have unlimited time, as it is. But I am also familiar with what necromancers can do, or try to do, with undead creatures such as myself. And I will put it to you that if I ever find you are trying to manipulate me or control me in any way, exert your knowledge of undeath to try to sway me or brainwash me, I will completely destroy you.
Thorn did never take the time to say such a thing. However, I think that it was unnecessary. Allow me simply to do my research, and I shall be no bother to you.
That is good. Then he will basically, I don't really want to take all the time in the session here to discuss like the Void Senate and how it works with him.
He will inform him about the Void Senate.
Yeah, he will inform him about the Void Senate, and he will offer him a seat as the head of necromancy in the Void Senate.
He'll find it generally agreeable. He seems a bit sort of far-fetched, but he'll certainly accept such an offer.
Good.
Thinking that he can perhaps send some less interesting things to be done by lesser people, which will give him more time to do what he wants.
And then Zacharias will also offer him access to the Dragon's Library, as befits someone on the Council of the Void
that
Senate.
makes him curious if he hears what's in it.
But he will ask that he returns something indeed to the library as well, as is the code of the library. You offer knowledge and you can gain knowledge back.
He will certainly do so.
Specifically, Zacharias will want to know everything he knows about the Whispering Tyrant, of course, and the machinery and stuff. That would be a fitting thing to put into the library.
That's quite a bit.
A part of that also, Zacharias will offer him a exchange, a comparing of notes. Specifically spell books, because Zacharias certainly has incredible knowledge of certain spells that perhaps Grigori doesn't. So maybe they can compare notes, switch a spell.
Given times, they could certainly teach each other a few things. He's pretty sure that Grigori knows a lot of very, very high-powered magical necromancy.
Yeah, it would be specifically his level 9 spells I would be interested in copying.
Beyond that, he seems to be a very, very, very good magical crafter.
Good.
Specialized in creating magical things.
Would he also
Swords,
then
spells, and such.
agree to craft certain items for Zacharias and the group?
If well enough paid.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Should be agreeable.
Good. Then I think everything will be just peachy between us and Grigori.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
And yeah, with that, he will say Grigor to prepare the volumes of knowledge he knows of the Whispering Tyrant and the machinery, and when he presents this to Zacharias next they meet, Zacharias will grant him access to the Dragon Library. And I guess that's what I want to do down here.
What knots do we know of right now? We've got the fire axe as 1.
Yeah, we need to talk to him.
Yep.
We need to talk to Thrain.
Thrain was 5, was it?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
The criminal guy we just met was 6.
Mhm.
Which one was the knot we murdered? Was it 7?
That was 7.
Yeah, the White Witch.
So we need to replace that knot. That can be Havelyn.
We need.
Yeah, I'm considering making him my new 7th.
We need two. We need not 2, 3, 4.
You need a new ninth knot because,
Yeah,
that
not the
we-
ninth knot anymore.
The ninth knot is a special knot, though.
Or maybe the ninth knot is the knot that rules over the others. It's like the ring.
No,
The one-
because
the
we
one
just took
not
the
to
place
rule
of
them
Thorn,
all.
yeah.
In my regency, you guys rule in my place.
So, yes.
I mean, I guess we could be your ninth knot, but that's kind of derogatory.
Should we
We
talk
are the
to...
I guess.
Who's gonna be the whatnot?
Should we talk to Thrain then?
Sure. Do we have to?
At some point.
He's the 5th. We need to either control him or kill him.
Yeah.
I need to free up my knot slots.
Not my knot slots.
I need 9 of them.
That sounds
Nine.
dirty for some reason.
That does
but I
sound
don't
very
know
dirty.
why.
Yes, it's so interesting, isn't it?
Well, sure, we can talk to him, but I would like that we are all able to add stuff to say to him. That we all have.
I've got nothing to say to him, even.
Well, if anyone wants to talk to him, that we all get a chance.
Yeah.
Sure.
Anyone oppose?
I
I
don't
mean,
think
I
anyone
think that's the point.
ever.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to speak, you speak up.
Yeah, but sometimes it doesn't work.
It's true. You guys are pretty long-winded.
When you say you guys, who do you talk about?
Jonas and
You do know
Darth.
that getting Barnabas's sort of attention can take a little bit of time, as he's kind of kept up by a schedule most of the day.
Oh yeah, we have to ask for.
So setting up a meeting is certainly how it will work. Unless you want to just break in
Really?
your full
We have to
flurry.
Oh wait, yeah, he's undercover.
Yes.
Okay, no, we're not gonna break his cover. That's just douchebag.
That'd be useless to us.
Well, that he's useful because he's in there undercover.
I'm saying he'd be
So-
useless if we broke his cover.
I
Yeah,
don't think,
so-
like, how many Mithrons are left, though, right? I don't know. Well, sure, we can set up a
Enough,
meeting.
I think.
We can set up a meeting.
Let's set a
Um,
date up.
Sure.
It's a date.
Should
Sure.
we talk to Zacharias then? Because that seems to be the big thing.
I guess we should.
Sure.
By the way, Manikai, have you read the message I sent to you before the one you answered to me?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So you want to do what exactly?
Talk to
Talk
our
to Sackrat.
favorite bugbear.
Sure.
Find him, go to him.
Or teleport there, or you can probably scry him to see where he is, and then teleport or talk to him through the scrying if you want.
That's true. I do have a scrying left today still. That's
You
the
know,
thing.
he's still wearing a circlet that makes scrying on him very easy.
I think we should see him in person, honestly.
Yeah, he deserves that.
Yeah, he deserves that.
Makes
Scrying,
very
learn
little
location,
actual
teleport.
difference. Karen has like all the teleports left.
Well,
Sure.
Marcus,
I have scrying lying around, so I can learn his location. You teleport.
Well, Karen even has like all the scrying left.
Do you?
Yeah.
Have you bought yourself a scrying stone?
I not yet. So I can cast scrying, but I can't actually do it. That's a good point.
You've nothing to focus it on.
Well, either way, I think tracking him down and going to him is not the difficulty. So we do that now? Question mark.
I say so.
Let's
Yeah.
do it.
Party convene.
The form of...
Form of Raving Band of Murderers. Go.
Hooray! It's my
very
favorite
nice-
form.
Very nice, Malachi. For now, Sir Berefor will be told. Basically, he won't be. Basically, he's not. He doesn't currently have a mission, so he can rest and prepare. He can rest, train, and prepare himself. And
Hey! Who
What?
removed cash?
I did.
I didn't.
You don't want to go with the others?
Sure, fine.
You don't have to. You can stay here if you want.
Well, she is a hard lady to deal with.
I doubt they would please you. Or that they would force you to go.
No, let's talk to the bugbear. Dude, Florin, you just have the most disgusting feet.
Yeah, Manica, I'm going to grant the bearer for basically the spare bedroom in that original corridor.
Sure.
Yeah, that's...
I'll
Yeah,
go and look through the place. I've been here before.
And then 1, 2, 3, teleport.
Let's go.
Within view of him, was there a table we can teleport on top of?
Yes, please.
Yes, but it seems to be bugbear made one, which is not very sturdy.
Aw.
I mean,
Probably
technically,
shouldn't.
all of us but Marcus could be flying over it.
Yeah, he is looking, but he's currently out the
I'm
flap
really
of his
heavy,
own
though.
tent. Clearly one stolen from the Tellurians.
Well done.
She looks out from the outside. You see basically bugbears moving about what seems to be the ruins of some small village, likely. They've chosen to camp. It's burning. It smells of blood, steel. Seems to be not really between a happy mood, very melancholic as he walks over.